It's something I am supposed to do for myself. Sometimes saa zingine ni ngumu. Hey lovelies, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're here for the first time, hi, my name is Hildah Anyango. So for those of you who didn't know, my birthday was last week, that is 14th of August, and I turned 23, and that is why we are doing today's video, which is basically 23 things I've learned in 23 years. Today's video is going to be a very fast video. Hopefully I can finish it as soon as possible because I am supposed to be traveling back to Nairobi. I've been home for almost a month. I've been for more than a month at home. I need to get this video filmed, and I know I've been postponing this video for so long, and if I don't do it today, I'll probably not do it. So let's just get right into the video. Starting up strong at number 1 is life is a blessing, and there are so many other times that I've taken life for granted. Not even like taking life for granted, but just because I'm alive. Like, I don't intentionally just stop and be grateful for the fact that I'm actually alive, because life is really uncertain. I'm grateful to be alive today, so that is one thing that it took me this year, because this year was a lot. This past year was a lot, and I'm really grateful to be alive. At number 2, life is a series of little moments, and I know it's so easy for us to wait for something big to happen so that we can say, wow, that is life. We are living life. But you can't let life pass you by just because you're waiting for something major to happen. Again, I learned this in my past year. Like, life is a series of small things. While you're waiting for something big is to happen, life is already happening. So make sure you take note. Try, not make sure, try. I can't tell you to do, but try to ensure that you take notice of the small things that are actually happening in your life, because that is actually life. Whether they're good or they're bad, that is what makes up life. And it's not like, and the fact that it's just, even if it's something bad that is happening in your life, it's just like a small part of your life. It's not the rest of your life. So don't let a bad day make you think you're having a bad life. Basically, that's what it is. Don't let a bad day make you feel like you're having a bad life, and enjoy the little wins, because that is life. That is exactly what life is. Number 3, live in the moment. We are here for a season. Like, life literally goes by so fast. Like, thinking about this year, it's just like the other day. I had my projects, I had pending assignments, and right now we are like way past half of the year. Like, 6 months have gone just like that. So, like, you have to live in the moment. You're here for a season. It will pass by before you even know it. It will be something else. You'll be in a different season. So right now I'm done with school, and just the other day I was reporting for my first year. So you don't want to find yourself living in regret that you missed out on something because you are focusing on, I don't know what you are focusing on, but try to live in the moment, because before you know it, it will be gone. You'll be in a different season. We are here for a season and for a reason. So make sure you, whatever reason you are in that season, ensure you find it and do the best you can in the moment that you are, and enjoy it. At number 4, live your life. As I said, I have been home for about a month now, or a little bit over a month now, and during that time I was off most of social media. I think I mentioned this in my media reset. I had been off of most of social media because you consume so much of other people's lives that sometimes you forget to actually live your life. Like, I'm guilty of this. I'd spend hours and hours just scrolling through TikTok, Instagram, and I have a life. Like, the fact that I was able to get off social media, it gave me time to actually focus on my own life. Like, not having everyone's day being in my life. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, you can still go on social media, whatever, uh, but then try to also live your life. Like, don't let every other thing take over your life to a point where you're just watching other people live their lives and you're not actually living your life. I hope you get what I mean. I really hope you get what I mean. But really, try to live your life than rather than just being, how can I say it? You're just watching other people live their lives. Like, ensure you're living your life before you go watch others live their lives. That's what I'm trying to say. At number 5, everything happens for a reason. And I know sometimes you might not. I feel like I mentioned this last year when I did the 22 things I learned in 22 years. And if I've repeated it, just know I had to learn it again. Yeah, everything does happen for a reason. Sometimes when you're in a certain situation, it's not so easy for you to actually notice the what is happening. Like, you might even complain about how you don't like how things are going, or try not to be so rigid, or like to have such a fixed mindset, like things have to go like this or no way. Like, everything does happen for a reason. Like, sometimes things don't work out, some doors close so that others may open. So yeah, everything does happen for a reason, and don't close your eyes to see that reason as to why some things happen. They might not be what you want, they must not be what you expect, but at the end of the day, everything happens for a reason. Life will always align itself. Like, let life take its own course, basically. Don't try so hard to make it be how you think it's supposed to be, because yeah, life is unexpected, life is uncertain, things change all the time. So welcome everything that comes and enjoy the moment. At number 6, there is the other side of the tunnel. Like, even if you don't see it now, I'm a living testimony that there is the other side of the tunnel. Like, take home my projects, for example. When I was doing my projects, I felt like there was just no way. I think at some point I was even making a joke about how, you see how they say there's the light at the end of the tunnel. So I used to make it was actually a meme of something along the lines that sometimes it's the light you see at the end of the tunnel, it's actually a motorcycle, you know. You get it. If you don't get it, forget about it. I'm not going to explain it. But yeah, at some point I was making a joke about that, being in the tunnel, because sometimes you just don't see, you can't see the end of it, and you're just like, this is not going to happen. Like, there is no end to it. But take it from me, if it has a beginning, it has an end. So whatever situation you might be going through, whatever difficult moments or difficult period you might be in your life, and you're thinking it will not get better, if you're thinking it will not get better, it will get better. Take it from me, I learned that. So yeah, sometimes I still have to remind myself that too. I won't lie. Sometimes I have to remind myself, constantly remind myself that. But yeah, let's learn it together. There is the other side of the tunnel. So just keep going. At number 7, I think we're at number 7. If I've missed the numbers, I'm sorry. I'm also in a rush. So yeah. At number 7, focusing too much on the negative blinds you from actually seeing the positive. And this is so evident from when I was just about to do my media reset. Actually, I'm so glad I was able to do that media reset vlog or video, because at some point before I actually did it, I was like, 6 months have actually gone, and I just didn't know if like something interesting or something nice had happened, or like I had achieved anything, because I was so blinded by all the negative things that were happening that I didn't even realize all the positives that had happened. Sometimes focusing so much on the negative blinds you from seeing the positive. So in as much as there are things that are not what we'd like, because no one likes bad things, we all like nice things, we all like beautiful things, but yeah, if you see the good gets better. I'm not saying that we be extremely delusional, pretending like nothing is ever bad, but then also while at it, try to see also the positives and focus on that, because sometimes things might be going so bad and all you need is actually something that is going well for you to actually just get the strength to keep going. So yeah, focus on the positive. When you focus on the good gets better. At number 8, only you knows what you're going through, so don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And this is something that it took me so long to actually learn. Sometimes you're going through something that is very real and very major, but then you tell yourself, or you let others tell you that it's not that deep, it's not that deep, and you actually believe them. Sometimes it is that deep, sometimes it's just that deep. So yeah, only you understand your situation, only you walks in your shoes, you are the only one who knows where it pinches. So don't let others tell you otherwise. If you need time out, if you need help, only you understands where you are at. So don't let others make you feel like you're over exaggerating or you're making things up. Only you understands. So do what's best for you. Only you understands where you are at in life. Only you understands the struggles you go through. So don't let others make you feel bad about how you feel about something that is happening to you and not to them. So root for yourself, because others may not know what you're going through. Others don't understand. Others don't know how your shoe pinches. So root for yourself. That brings us to point number 9. Do what's best for you. Do what makes you happy. Like sometimes you're so focused on doing the best for others, doing what makes others happy, that you forget about yourself. Sometimes just do what's best for you. Like I know sometimes some of us, me included, sometimes I don't like letting people down. Personally, I don't like letting people down. Like even if I'll try to go out of my way to actually make it work for others. If it's I have to show up somewhere, I have something I have to do for someone, I try my best to actually do it. But that it's not always the case that I'll always be in a position to do it. It's not always the case that I'll always be in a position to show up. Sometimes it's just not possible. Yeah, like I might be unwell, I don't have to go there and make myself feel worse just because I'm trying to make it work for someone else. Like sometimes you just have to understand, like things don't always work out that way. So sometimes just do what's best for you and you'll feel much better. Trust me, you'll feel much better. And I know I'm not saying don't take up your responsibilities. I'm not saying that. Always try to make sure you take up your responsibility, be accountable for whatever you are responsible, and at the same time, if you can't do it, you can always find someone else to help you out. I'm not saying don't ask for help, I'm not saying don't do your responsibilities, do them, but then if you're at the end of your rope, do what's best for you. Like sometimes just take a break, sometimes just do what makes you happy. Just do what makes you happy, because others will also do just what makes them happy. So you might as well be the one rooting for yourself. At number 10, it's okay to take a step back. It's okay to take a step back. It's okay to take a break. And I know, at some point in my life, I was like, I have so much to do. But then you might have so many things to do and you can't do all of them at the same time, right? You can't do all of them at the same time. Sometimes just take a step back, chill, relax, figure it out, then actually work on it, than trying to do everything all at once and at the end of it you're doing nothing, or whatever you're doing is just not, it's just not giving. You're literally giving nothing, because you're trying to give everything, you're giving nothing. So just take a break, take a step back. It's okay. Like I used to do this a lot Before, I wouldn't, like, I'd be so anxious. Even if it's like an assignment that is due, I'd be like so anxious, like I have to do it, like I have to do it. I can always get it done, but then when I get myself so anxious to a point where I feel like I'm going to get it wrong, now I'm not going to do it well enough like I would if I remove the anxiety from it. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. So it took me so long to actually realize that sometimes when I let go of how anxious I am about finishing it and just take a break, then when I get back to it, I actually do it way better. At the end of it, I'm like, damn, I did some good work on this. Like, I'm even proud of what I'm present. Like, I'm so confident in what I've done. I'm so proud of it. I'm so sure of myself. You see, I'm so sure of what I've done. I'm so confident in what I've done because I've done it well, rather than if I did it just because I'm so scared that I'm running out of time. Everyone else has finished what they were doing. I've not done it. Sometimes just take a step back, relax. It's okay. Sometimes just take a break. It's okay to take a break because sometimes you might not take that break, but at the end of it, you don't do what you're supposed to do well enough. Rather than if you took the break, then come back and do it well. So sometimes just take the break. Take it from me. Take the break. You need it. You deserve it. At number 11, something I've learned is in between goals, there is life. Learn to celebrate your wins without trying so much to think about what's the next game. Sometimes there are small wins in life, of course, and then there are big wins, and that's okay. But sometimes just celebrate your wins, whether they're small, whether they're big. Celebrate your wins without trying so hard, thinking so much of, okay, now what next? I think this is also something I mentioned in my video last year, but I also learned it this year, so we'll talk about it this year. Learn to celebrate your wins without thinking so much of what's the next game, without thinking so much of the next game. If something good happens in your life, celebrate it. Don't so much be trying to achieve this, acquire this, get this, because human ones are unlimited. What human ones are unlimited and they're insatiable. So sometimes just be content with what you've achieved, appreciate yourself, be proud of yourself, and don't think so much of what next. I'm not saying don't try to improve yourself, don't try to grow. Of course, as a person, you need to improve, you need to grow, you need to build even bigger than what you've already built. But at the same time, appreciate what you've done so far, appreciate where you've come, appreciate where you're at. At number 12, and this is something that I learned recently. I think I heard it from a movie, if I'm not wrong. I'm so sure. I'm not sure, but I think I heard it from a movie. When you're so scared to jump, that is the right time to jump. Because when you don't jump, then you'll probably not jump. How do I explain this? Sometimes when you're so scared of doing something, that is the right time to actually do it. Because the moment you let it be that I'm too scared to do that, you'll probably end up talking yourself out of actually doing it. You'll be like, nope, I'm not doing it. But then when you do it, you're like, I can't jump. I'm scared. Jump anyway, because once you jump, you've jumped. It's the things that scare you the most that are worth doing. The things that scare you the most are the ones that are worth doing, as long as they're not bad things. People out here do things. So yeah, the good things, things that don't have the positive things. Positive things. You're just scared, but they're not bad things. I hope I get that clear, because don't go saying I said you do something that is, yeah, you get it, you get my point. Yeah, so it's the things that scare you the most that are worth doing. Like sometimes you're so scared to start that business, you're so scared to, I don't know what you guys are trying to do out here, but sometimes you're so scared because maybe you're scared to fail. So at the moment when you're so scared to jump, that is the right time to jump, because otherwise you might just end up talking yourself out of it. So at number 13, this is something I learned from another YouTuber. I think her name is Hannah, if I'm not wrong. She says, Your comfort zone is a great place, but nothing ever grows there. When you're so comfortable and you're just like, hmm, you're just in your comfort zone. You don't even want to leave your comfort zone. You're just, I don't know. You know what a comfort zone is. Like, you're just there. There is nothing happening. So your comfort zone is a great place, but nothing ever grows there. So push your limits. Push your limits. Go outside your comfort zone. Explore what you can do. Because you never really know what you can do until you actually try to do it. So don't just be like, I'm just okay being here. I'm just okay with where I'm at. I'm just comfortable where I'm at. I'm just whatever. Get out of your comfort zone because nothing great ever grows in your comfort zone. So push the limits, get to the sky, pass the sky. I don't even know what's above the sky, but yeah, pass the sky, hit the sky, pass the sky, whatever. Because nothing is ever going to grow in your comfort zone. Number 14, I think this is an advice I've given most of my friends. I've given it to so many people. Own your decisions. Never make a decision out of fear. Like, if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But own it. Like, I did this not because I was scared of something, not because I was scared of failure, not because I was scared of what people will think of me. Just do whatever you want to do. Make your decisions without fear. Make your decisions without fear. Own your decisions so that you don't say, I was too scared to do this and that is why I decided. Maybe you talked yourself out of doing something because you were scared. So you made your decision basically out of fear. And you never know, you'll probably end up living with regret because you made your decision out of fear. Be fearless. Yeah, that's the right way to put it basically. Be fearless. Whatever decision you're making, be bold, be fearless. Be fearless, guys. Because it's better for you to actually say, it didn't work out, I learned from it, than to actually live with the regret of what could have happened if I was not afraid to actually do what I wanted to do. Yeah. So it's better you learn from whatever mistakes you make along your journey to actually achieving something than to constantly live with the regret of what would have been because you didn't do anything about it because you're scared. So don't make your decisions out of fear. Be fearless. Own your decisions. I believe we are at number 15, and what I learned, one thing I learned this past year is, you see how we say what's the worst that can happen? Sometimes what's the worst that can actually happen. It may happen, but then it could be worse. And I don't want to make it into a very long story. I think I also mentioned part of it in my media research. But then before I started my project, my final year project, I was scared of two things: not getting interviewees and losing my footage. And the two actually happened. I struggled to get interviewees, and then I lost half of my footage. And if you know, you know, you need your B-rolls. You need your B-rolls for a documentary. And I could have let that bring me down, but then I just had to find another way. Because there's no way you're telling your lecturer that I can't submit anything because I lost my footage. The dog ate my homework. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. At least not with my lecturers. It doesn't work. If the dog ate your homework, get it from the dog. I remember there's a time we were told, I think that was the previous semester, the lecturer told us that if you are to pass away, ensure you submit your work before you pass away. So that is how serious it is. So sometimes the worst that can happen will happen, and if it happens, just don't be so rigid. Don't be so rigid. Find another way. There's always another way. Basically, there's always another way. And it might not be where you want it to be, but then don't let it crush you to a point where you're like, I'm done here. I'm giving up. Sometimes things don't work out, but it might have been worse. Like I only lost half of my footage. I could have lost all of my footage. So you just know that there is worse than worse. There's worse, worse. Yeah, there's worst. What's the superlative? Bad, worse, worst. Just know it could have been so much worse. Like sometimes the worst that can happen will happen, but I know it could have been even way, way bad. So yeah, just collect yourself, stay calm, and find another way. Because yeah, sometimes the worst that can happen will actually happen, but don't lose yourself just because it has happened. There's always something else, there's always another way to look at it. So at number 16, learn to let go. They are to blame, but you are responsible for how you feel after that. Because probably something happened or someone did something to you, and it already happened. There's nothing you can do to change it. Like you can't go back and undo it, you can't go back and stop it from happening. It has already happened. So how you feel about that going forward is you are responsible for that. If someone said something to you in the morning and you carry it along with you for the rest of the day, and that ends up making your day bad, you are responsible for that. Because they already said it, they already went. There is nothing you can do about it except to actually ensure that what they said doesn't ruin your good day. Don't let them rain on your parade. So they may be to blame for what happened, but you are responsible for how you feel about it or what happens after that. Basically, you have the keys to your own happiness. It's not in anyone's pocket. You can't control what others do, but you can control how you feel about it, how you react to it, what happens after that. So don't leave the keys to your happiness in anyone's pocket. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. The lighting is giving me a headache. The lighting is, it's giving us nothing. It's giving Zimbabwe, and I'm trying because it's actually later in the day, so the lighting is just, it's not giving. But just bear with me for today. I don't know what I can do about it. Number 17, as I was saying, sometimes some things happen not for you to change who you are, but for you to actually grow and learn certain things about life. Because sometimes it's so easy for us to blame ourselves for what others do, and that is out of your control. You can't control what others do, and sometimes you think, oh, it's your fault why they do what they do, or why some things happen, or like why some things happen in life, and you blame yourself for that. And it's not about you. Sometimes you just have to learn. Like sometimes you just need to learn how to forgive. That's all that was for. Like it wasn't that you are a bad friend or anything like that. It wasn't that you are a bad friend or like you're not good enough or something. It's just that sometimes you just need to learn how to forgive others. Like that's who they are. So what you needed to learn is forgiveness. At number 18, if they don't know me personally, I don't take it personal. For me, I used to take things so personal. Like I take things so personal, and sometimes it's not even about me. Like it has nothing to do with me, basically. Like it's just who they are. It's just who they are as a person, and then I'd let it affect me. Like even like someone leaving a hate comment on my videos on TikTok, and they don't even know me, and I'd let that affect me. So yeah, something that I learned: if they don't know me personally, I don't take it personal. Sometimes I'm just like so scared to even post a video because people have phones and they have time to leave hate comments. So yeah, you might have to deal with it, and just don't take it personally. It has nothing to do with you. Sometimes they are having a bad day. or whatever. I don't know what they are going through, but don't take it personally. I'm so sorry for the lighting. It just keeps getting worse, or it just keeps going. I'm sorry for the lighting. It just keeps getting worse, or it just keeps giving nothing. I'm sorry, guys. But at number 19, something I learned is what is it? What is it, guys? What it is? I actually liked it. So, what is it? Let's sit and think. I can't remember. Yes, I've remembered it. So at number 19, you gain confidence by keeping the promises you make to yourself. And yeah, I am someone who prides myself in being reliable. Like if you tell me to do something for you, I'll probably do it. But sometimes when it comes to me, like if it's something I am supposed to do for myself, sometimes saa zingine ni ngumu. Sometimes it's hard. You gain confidence by keeping the promises you make to yourself. And what basically that means is sometimes you make a promise, you say probably you do something. I don't know what promises you keep to yourself, and I'm not about to tell you what promises I've kept for myself. and but maybe you can tell me if you want to share in the comments. Leave it in the comments if you want to tell me what promises you've made to yourself. Just being able to rely on yourself. Like if you say you'll do something, you'll actually do it. If I say I'll wake up and go for a morning run, I haven't done that in a long time. I don't know if I'll do it. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, but if I'm able to rely on myself, like if I say I'll do that and I actually do it, I gain confidence and I know that I can actually do it. Like let's say waking up in the morning, if I make myself a promise that I'm going to wake up at 6 a.m. and then I actually wake up at 6 a.m., then I gain the confidence that I can actually do it. I can actually wake up at 6 a.m. because I kept the promise I made to myself, basically. In basic terms, that's what it means. And you might interpret it differently, or you have a different interpretation to that. You can also leave it in the comments. It is what it is. It is what it is, guys. You gain confidence by keeping the promises you make to yourself. At number 20, give yourself as many chances as you give others. And I'm guilty of this. I can give people way too many chances, and sometimes I don't give myself the same chances. Like sometimes I do break the promises I give to myself, and I'm like, oh, maybe I just can't do it, and I don't want to give myself another chance. Sometimes give yourself, not sometimes, give yourself as many chances as you give others. Like allow yourself to make mistakes, allow yourself to learn, allow yourself to grow, and give yourself the love you give. All the love you're trying to give others, give it to yourself first. Like you have to treat yourself like someone you love. If you can give others that many chances, you're able to give yourself that many chances too. So give yourself as many chances as you give others, and give yourself all the love you try so hard to give to others. Like okay, love others too, but love yourself first. At number 21, things are not always black and white. Sometimes there is more to what meets the eye. Sometimes don't just look at things with one fixed perspective. Don't just try to make things work one certain way. As I said, there are many ways to get to a certain point. There's always one way, two way, three ways. There are very many ways. That is so vague. But then yeah, things are not always black and white. Just because you're seeing it from this perspective, someone else might be seeing it from a different perspective. So don't have such a fixed mindset that it's this way or no way. Someone else might be seeing it from a different perspective, and it doesn't necessarily mean you're wrong. It doesn't necessarily mean they are wrong either. They're just seeing it from a different perspective. So there are very many perspectives in which you can view a situation, in which you can view life. So yeah, things are not always black and white. At number 22, Life is full of endless possibilities. Basically, our life has been written up to today, but what happens from the moment I stop filming this video to the rest of my life has not been written. Like, basically, anything can happen. I don't know how to explain this enough, but then, hmm, life is full of endless possibilities. Don't be afraid to dream big. Anything can happen. Don't be afraid to go for your dreams. Don't be afraid to chase your dreams. Don't be afraid to even come up with new dreams. Maybe you had a different dream when you were young and now you are older and you want to change the dream. Just change it, because life is full of endless possibilities. Basically, anything can happen. Whatever you want to do, whatever you want to achieve, you can achieve it. So that is life. Life is full of endless possibilities, and let life happen and do whatever you want to do, as long as they're good. Don't do bad things. Don't do bad things. Finally, at number 23 is doing art makes you happy. Okay, at least for me, and I think for the art lovers, that is something that was very vital in this past year of my life. And I'm happy to say, well, some may disagree. I'm not a pro. I'm not a pro at playing instruments, but it's something I take pride in, because I've actually performed a number of times. I think at least more than, let's just say a number of times, so that you don't categorize me, or you don't, yeah. But I've played a number of times. I'll probably be playing tomorrow. Wait, I haven't even told you what it is. Yeah, doing art makes you happy, and it's something that has been very vital to my past year, this year, especially at the time where I was so stressed with my academics. I started learning how to play a trumpet and then a cornet, and it was something that I used to look forward to every day. Like, I'd have like a really bad day, but then at the end of that bad day, I'd go play a trumpet or a cornet, and I just, well, I'm not saying it's going to change it's changed my whole life, but then it added the spice to my life. Yeah, it added spice in my life. So I'm glad to say that I play an instrument now, and that has been my goal for like a very long time. I actually thought my first instrument would be like a guitar, then I thought it would be a keyboard or like a piano, but then I didn't see it coming. I didn't see it coming. As I said, life is full of endless possibilities. I didn't know I'd be at a point where I'd be able to perform in front of people a trumpet or a cornet. Like, I didn't see it happening, but it happened. So don't be afraid to dream big. And it's something that has been really good for my well-being, my mental health, keeping me happy. So yeah, doing art makes you happy, and I'm looking forward to actually doing more art in this next, I think there are like 4 months remaining for the end of this year. I don't know if that's enough to learn another instrument, but I'm not afraid. I'm not going to like stop myself from going to learn it because I'm making a decision out of fear. I'm actually going to try to actually learn another instrument. I don't know which one it's going to be yet, but probably I'll tell you at the end of the year if I remember. If I don't remember, please remind me. Sometimes I forget. And that marks the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I hope you learned something from this video, and maybe there's something, one or two, that you want to pick from this video. And with that, if you either learned something, you like this video, you enjoyed this video, please leave a like this video, like like hit the like button, like this video, because it really supports my channel. And whether or not you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, because it supports my channel a great deal. Kindly subscribe to my channel, and yeah, thank you so much for watching. As always, remember to smile for no reason and give others a reason to smile. Until next time, bye. What does he say? What did he say? I can't remember.